Good morning, everybody. I keep reading these little stories I'm finding. I just think they're interesting, and they're I guess I'm really getting a message from them, so I want to share them with y'all. This one's called Coffee Breath. That's a catchy title right there. It got my attention anyway. I was sitting in my chair one morning years ago when my youngest came downstairs. She made a beeline for me and jumped into my lap. I gave her a fatherly squeeze and a gentle kiss on her forehead. She squeaked with delight, but then she frowned and she crinkled her nose and she shot a glance at my coffee cup and said, "Daddy," she announced solemnly, "I love you and I like you, but I don't like your smell." Like a kid, to be honest, huh? My daughter couldn't know it at the time, but she spoke with grace and truth. She didn't want to hurt my feelings, but she felt compelled to tell me something. And sometimes we need to do that in our relationships, whether it's marriage, friends, family, whatever kind of relationship. In Ephesians 4, Paul zeroes in on the relationship of others, especially when telling the difficult truth. And I've found most people do not want to hear the truth. I get in trouble for that a lot. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm not trying to be their mother or correct them, but it's just I see them doing something and I have to tell them. But I had people to pray over me that I would be able to speak when I needed to. And let me tell you, be careful what you speak for, because when it hit me, it came down like a dump truckload of dirt on top of me. I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, but I've come to the conclusion several years ago, people do not want to be told the truth. They're going to twist it that you've done something wrong. But you know what? I go to bed and I sleep good. I don't worry about what I say to them. If they're upset, I pray about it. I pray for them to accept what I've told them and maybe try to step it up a notch. But anyway, let me get back to this. Cultivating those characters and qualities as God guides us to help us speak the truth. See, God wants us to speak the truth. And that's hard for a lot of people. It was very hard for me. I wouldn't say anything. You can ask my friends from elementary school. I did not like to talk in front of people at all. It was very hard for me. I didn't even want to do it in a group of my family. I felt embarrassed and shy. What is helpful for building others up according to their needs? No one likes to be confronted about weakness and blind spots. But when something about us smells, God can use faithful friends to speak into our lives with grace, truth, humility, and gentleness. And I try to work on those because I know I can be pretty blunt. But you know, if it's a truth, y'all, it's a truth. I don't mean to sound that way. In my heart, when I say it, it doesn't sound like that in my head when I hear it. Does that make sense? I only say it because I care about them. Like I used to tell my son, when I quit talking to you and I quit telling you stuff, he would say fussy. Y'all, I am so sorry about Brenda. I'm sorry. Somebody's in the road and she's barking. Anyway, I'm going to end it there because y'all won't be able to hear over her. But just remember to be humble, walk in love, walk in grace, walk in gentleness, and pray about it before you speak. Y'all be blessed, and don't forget to say your prayers.